Hey guys, it's Chris here from Chris's Creative Life, and we're going to do something fun today. Sorry I'm a few minutes late. So we're going to start off with a funny story because part of the description of the video says we're going to talk about some tips and tricks and when to use your hot glue gun. So this goes into my whole hot glue gun story. I literally have 3 hot glue guns, and I'm pretty sure they're somewhere in this office here. And so I had 2 before the weekend, and then I knew that I wanted to come on and do the Christmas ornament assembly today, and I was going to use my hot glue gun to adhere the berries and the pine cones, and I couldn't find it. So on Sunday, I went out, I bought myself a brand new hot glue gun. I thought this one I'll be able to see. It's nice, it's bright orange. And I bought a whole bag of glue sticks, and wouldn't you know, as I went to go live, I looked at the glue sticks and I thought, those are large glue sticks, and this hot glue gun needs just small glue sticks. So we will not be hot glue gunning the Christmas ornaments today, but we're still going to assemble them. We're going to go forward. So yeah, so at the last second I thought, I'm just going to run around again one more time and see if I could find where that hot glue gun is. And I literally have no idea. I've torn everything apart and it's nowhere to be found. So we're just going to do it the old-fashioned way with just normal glue. And I do have some ideas on some alternate versions of this kit. And so maybe I can get myself some hot glue before that, and I'll use the hot glue then. But let's open the kit. So I did say I wanted to play with this kit. Let's actually add some more light here. There we go. That's a little bit better. So this is the Christmas Ornament Kit. See, the problem with a little bit more light is then you also get a little bit more glare, right? So this is the Christmas Ornament Kit. So I thought I would assemble one of each of them while the kits are still on sale, right? So the kits are on sale until the end of the month. In Canada, this kit is regular $34, and it's currently on sale for $30.60. If you're interested in purchasing the kit, make sure to stop by my Stampin' Up website at chrisrobertson.closetomy.stampinup.net. Too funny. Yeah, because I have been saying that for lots and lots of times. But, okay, so like I said, the kits are on sale until the end of the month, so you still have a couple more days. But I always do ornaments every year for members of my family. So I wanted to be able to play with this one. I actually just yesterday ordered another full set. So in the kit you get 9 the contents of the kit will make 9 ornaments. So like I said, there's 3 different ornaments, and we're going to make one of each. I'm going to tell you where hot glue would be beneficial, and if you know where your hot glue is that matches your hot glue gun, you can use it at that point. And like I said, I have a couple of ideas of things I'd like to do to just jazz these up a little bit. So I will get the right size hot glue and show you that once I have all those pieces. So yeah, the funny thing is, right, a hot glue gun, I'm pretty sure it's one of those things that people always ask me to borrow, and I'm like, oh yeah, I have one. And then I lend it out, and then I never get it back, right? Because you just kind of put it off to the side or whatever. Okay, so there's obviously 2 different sized rings. So we're going to do 1 small and 2 large, because then that creates the 3 different ornaments. So we'll pull out 1 of the large ones, or 1 of the small ones and 2 of the large ones. See, I'm all flustered about my hot glue gun. Okay, but I'm going to have to put everything back in my box because we'll still have extras. Let's just put that right there to create our alternate versions with later. Okay, so there is gold cording in here, which is pretty. And then there's little pine cones and berries. And of course, so let's just say even a Ziploc bag is going to give me an issue today. At least you know they're safe in here. Okay, too funny. Okay, so I'm actually going to just dump these in my box over here. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so you know when you go to the craft store and like there's pretend pine cones, well, but they feel like rough. So these must be made out of some form of like plastic. So they're plastic pine cones. So I actually think like if you wanted to, you could probably alter these. And then there's two different berries. There's red berries and gold berries. These are kind of like the berries you would get at the craft store. Okay, so like I said, you can make a total of 9 ornaments with the Christmas kit. And we're going to make one of each. Okay, so, right, the first thing I'm going to do, because this will make it easier for me, is I'm going to pull out the pieces for each ornament. Like I said, there's 3 different ones. So this is the small one. So number 1, number 2, number 3. So, because the bows happen to be on top, let's just do that first. So there's 2 sizes of bows. So oh no, they're all the same. Okay, so we have 1 bow for there. I'm pretty sure they're all the same. Yep, they're all the same. And then 1 for number 3. There we go. And let's just do our pine cones while we have them out. So this one needs 2 small pine cones. And this one needs 1 large pine cone and 2 small pine cones. There we go. And this one needs 1 large pine cone and 1 little pine cone. Okay. And then there's no berries. Gold berries for the third one. Red berries for the second one. Okay. And then I know there's a measurement on the twine, so we will cut that in a second. Let's do the punch outs. Okay, so let's just see. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So these must be all the same. Let's just double check. Oh, no, one it has. Oh, no, they all are the same. So for these leaves, we're going to take, because this happens to be my top sheet, we'll take 1 for number 2 and 1 for number 3. Okay, then you get your dimensionals, your glue dots, and then we have the bases that are going to make up the ornament. So the plaid one is number 3. This plaid is beautiful. I love this plaid. So it's got I'm thinking this has to be, let's just look at the coordinating colors, but there's like a gold stripe in it that's actually very beautiful in the plaid. So the coordinating colors are basic beige, cherry cobbler, mossy meadow, old olive, pretty peacock, brown, and gold. So yeah, the plaid has this really pretty little gold stripe there. So that's for number 3. This one is for number 2. There we go. So we have those sizes. Now we have a banner. So that's for number 3. So who has played with this kit yet? So these would make like awesome tags for gifts or just a gift all on its own. I think that you could totally add a photo onto the back very easily. That's an easy like alternate project. Okay, so now I think this is one for everything if I remember correctly. Okay, so these are a nice little weight here, so I'm just being gentle. So this one with the leaves and like the ferny looking thing is for ornament number 1. I'm going to add some dimension to them just by bending some of them a little bit with my bone folder. Oh, and this one we need for ornament number 1. I always try and make at least one like ornament every year. And I will somehow typically add a photo onto it. And then date it somehow. So my mother-in-law, right, every year on part of her gift on the top is always like the Christmas ornament for that year. And actually it's perfect because her tree is like gold and white. And then so this one must be for the last one here. So basically with the hot glue, because you obviously are not going to see me do that today. And I love that, so I know you can't see it, but even the paper on here looks like modeled, like watercolored and then pressed out. So where you would want to use the hot glue, if I had the hot glue, would be to add the plastic pieces and the berries. But I'm just gonna use glue. But you can just use the glue dots. Just a little bit of glue is going to go a long way for them to last longer, right? Because they are going to be hanging on a tree. Okay, so let me just check. So the gold we're going to cut to 18 inches for 1, 2, and 3. So everything is 18 inches. So, and I still have like all the ornaments my kids made over the courses of the year, and we hang them on the tree, and they always get like a really good laugh out of those are their favorite ornaments, right? So I'm just looking for the end here. It's like right here, I think. Okay, maybe that wasn't the end. No, actually, I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah. Well, it's one end anyway. Okay, so 18 inches for each. So there's 13, 18. So then once I have one, right, you can just cut them all the same. And don't forget there is a tape measure on the side of the packaging, so you don't even need a ruler. Like, how perfect would this be? I think you could do this, obviously, without the hot glue as even like a kid's class. With a little bit of help. Or like a Mama Me class would be fun too, right? Where they could make their own ornaments with help, or even draw a picture on the back. So if you want to put like to and from to use it like a tag, okay, I'm going to throw my gold in my box so I don't lose it. I would do that before, because we're going to actually put dimensionals in the middle of the two pieces before we fold them. So I'm going to push number 3 up there, number 2 up there, and we'll have just number 1. Okay. I was just kind of looking at the directions because you guys know me. I try and wing it. Okay, so the little hooks have like a joint here, and that's where we're going to loop our gold twine from that joint because it will actually cover it up. So let me just grab my bone folder. I'm just going to pull out some of the, because it's very curly from being rolled up. Okay, so then I'm just going to find my middle. I'm going to loop it around right where that fold is, or joint, I guess, not fold. It's a circle, it's not folded. Okay, so now you can't see that, it's all covered up. And we're going to grab a glue dot, which is right here. And I'm going to put a glue dot at the top so that I can tie up my thread at the top. So I'm just going to use the grid underneath to line it up. Okay, so there. So that's directly across. So now I can just pull the cover off, and then I know you can't see it, but it's right there. Now okay, that totally moved. So we're going to redo that. Okay, so my joint is there. So my glue dot is going to go right there. Then I can pull the backing off. Pull it across. One can go behind and one can go in front. But the glue dot just kind of holds it there, so it makes it a little bit easier to tie up. So now you can see it is actually across. And I can just tie it again. And then I can tie them, right? So now you have your hanger for your Christmas ornament. And I can just tie these two together at the top. There we go. Okay, so you do have a choice. You can make it so that there's pattern on both sides, but it's actually intended so that the white is on the back, like I said, so you can add like a little message or do a to and from, any of those kind of things. So this is super interesting. So if you look at the directions, it shows you exactly how to put this circle on, and it's so that the foliage that you add will hide your seam. So I'm just going to center it, and then I'm going to grab the dimensionals. And I'm going to put a dimensional here, a dimensional here, a dimensional here, and a dimensional here. Okay, let's just kind of shift it a little bit. So now I'm going to place a dimensional between the twine or thread or whatever you want to call it. And that will make it so that the ornament doesn't constantly spin, right? So here we go. Like I said, these would be so easy to add extra embellishments to. Different paper. Like if this paper didn't match your tree or your theme, you could totally swap out your papers. I'm assuming actually when I look at the colors, it would also look very good with like that Sentimental Christmas. It's kind of the same color scheme. So now it's like a sandwich there. Okay, so now it's super easy. So we have this piece, and I'm just going to kind of be careful with the ferns, right? You don't want to do too much to them. Okay, and this needs 2 dimensionals. And I love the fact that they kind of put something here to hide your dimensionals also. So we're going to do this one, and then we have this one. And there's a little space for your dimensional there. It's just, yeah. I just wanted to make sure I was putting it on the right side there. So I will add this one down first. And so my seam, I know you can't see it, but it's right there. So now when you place this over top, it's just hanging off. It hides your seam. And then we have this piece on top. Okay, so this is where you're going to imagine I'm using hot glue. Oh my goodness, you guys, I can't even believe that that happened to me. Of course. Right? So I am going to use a glue dot, and I will come back when I have the correct size sticks and add a little bit of hot glue. And like I said, it's not even like I should really need a new one, because I do know that I have for sure one more somewhere in this office. Okay. So this I'm just going to add with the glue dot for right now, but like I said, I will come back. I'm sure they're both in a safe spot. And I know I have sticks for both sizes too somewhere else. So, see, I shouldn't do stuff in a hurry. I was in a super hurry doing that on Sunday. Totally. So even if you don't have the hot glue, you can assemble them. So that's number 1. Super pretty. And I like that there's like it's not just one, right? There's 3 different ones. So we're going to do the same thing here with our little ring. So So I'm just going to take the kinks out of the twine. I just need a sip of my water. And then I'm going to fold it in half. And I'm looking for that seam. And just putting my loop through. And then I'll pass my other pieces through. Okay. I'm going to pick up a glue dot. Okay, so here's my middle. And because it's round too, right, it's perfect for the glue dot. It just kind of wraps right around. And then I could put one on each side. I'm just going to tap that piece into my glue dot and it just kind of holds it in place. Like I said, all these fun crafts, you just kind of sometimes need like just one more hand, right? So just tie it again. And then I'll tie it at the end, leaving a little bit of tail. So I'd love to know too, from anybody that's ordered kits during the sale, did you have a favorite one that came? Okay, so my little pieces are not the same length, so one keeps popping out on me. Like I said, I have a whole another box of these ornaments coming. I could see adding like more ribbon too than just the little bow, but it is quite handy that there already are pre-tied bows in there. You don't even have to tie them if you don't want to. Like if bow tying is not one of your strengths, right? Okay, so then for this one, the seam goes over here. So same thing. I'm going to put it underneath. Our seam goes over here. You can do two on the outside. Okay, so now I have it where I want it, right? I'll do the one at the bottom first. So one string under and one string over, like so. There we go. So that'll be our back. Okay, so we need the banner, and same thing, I'm actually going to just give the paper a little bit of movement here. So 2 dimensionals for the back of this. So I just want to make sure, right, that I'm putting my dimensionals within the amount of space that they're going to be, that they're going to actually fit on the circle. So about there. Then this needs 1 dimensional. And like I said, it's actually super pretty in real life. Like it's got, it's not just a solid color, right? It's like variegated almost. Okay, so just like this. And then two on this piece. Not that many. Here we go. Okay, so same thing. You're going to let's pretend I am using my hot glue gun at the moment. And I'm going to add my berries here. Oh, these would also be really pretty if you sprinkled like a little bit of Wink Stella on them. So the big one goes towards the bottom. Just add a little more like sparkle. You could just splatter them or paint part of them. Okay. There. And then these two, we'll just do, what's a glue dot? Like I said, these are fun. I don't think I've seen plastic pine cones. So we'll just tap this one in here. And one more. There we go. Number 2. Okay, last one. And I think you guys get the gist of what we're doing now. So I think it's like literally the same procedure basically. So my little gold twine. Fold it in half. So the 2 different sizes are, so this ring is 4 inches. It's kind of hard sometimes to gauge how the size of things when you're just looking at them on like photos on the website. Here's our little joint here. And then this one must be about 3 inches, I would say. Yep, right on. So But like, even if you wanted to swap them out to like swap out these pieces to match like your decor on your Christmas tree, you could totally then just use these for tags on presents, right? So, okay, there we go. And that piece wrapped around. Now, you could also add a glue dot there if you wanted, because you have lots of glue dots. So you could use as many as you would like. Tie it up. And that the 18 inches gives you actually lots of room to use this part as a hanger. You know, like that's the worst, is when the hangers are so short and you can't even put something over top of the branch. And then you have to go hunting for like the little tiny wire hooks to add ornaments to the tree. Okay, so I've got a nice size hanger. I'll trim up my ends. Okay, so this one, we want our angle over here. We're going to hide our seam over here. So just like that. And we'll add our dimensionals again. 2 on each side. And then 1 at the top in between the string and 1 at the bottom. And I'm just kind of trying to hold it so it's centered. It might not look like it on camera, but they are actually. Sometimes it's deceiving too with the plaid, right? There we go. Very pretty. Okay, so this piece goes down first. And like I said, you can totally give it some movement. Just be careful with this one because it is a little bit delicate. So you've got your spot for hiding your dimensional. And it's going to go over here like this. And we'll give our leaves some movement and a couple dimensionals. So, and this one kind of goes off the bottom here, just like that. Our ribbon goes at the top. With a glue dot. Okay, so our berries. Like I said, you're pretending I'm hot gluing right now. So funny. Because those things always happen to me. I thought I was being all organized. Okay, so then we'll put the dimensionals back in the box so don't lose them. And we'll just do our pretend pine cone assembly. I'm sure I could just also use just a stronger glue other than like the hot glue gun. But of course, hot glue is so fast, right? You just heat it up and then... I actually went into my kitchen to see if I could cut down one of the glue sticks before, but I couldn't, so too funny. There we go. So then that's the third one. So, and then here it is in my hand, so you can kind of get a sense of the size too, because like I said, it is kind of deceiving to, when you're looking at a photo of something, to actually figure out how big they are. So there we go. 1, 2, and 3 with actually no hot glue gun. But so I hope you guys enjoyed that. Like I said, I just wanted to play with one more kit while the kits were still on promotion. But it does end at the end of this month. That's just a whole lot of light, so we need to turn some of that down. So that's what I've got for you guys today. And like I said, this is the Christmas Ornament Kit. And the item number is, because everybody says it's fun, it sounds like bingo, 164378. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask, and we'll talk to you later, guys. Have a great day. Bye-bye. I will post some photos too once I hot glue those last pieces down. Bye-bye.